I finally posted my video of filling out of nursing school, and some people are asking me, okay, we get it, you failed out. So how did you survive nursing school? What did you do? How did you manage to pass nursing school and get A's and B's? Guys, I am not going to lie to you guys and pretend that I really didn't get A's and B's. I really did get A's and B's. So I'm going to show you my transcript, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Stay tuned. Everyone, welcome back to Motives to Life, where our motive is to stay up and never down. So this is going to be a strictly nursing video. So this is for all my nursing students. So I don't want you guys to think that this is coming from I'm just making this up, or I'm just saying this just to say this, because people can say, oh, I got a 4.0 in nursing school, or I got a 3 point something. I actually really did get A's and B's in nursing school, and I'm still mad at myself. I don't think I'll forgive myself for not getting honors. I was 0.1%, and I will never forget that, and I will always say that story over and over because I'm that mad at myself for not getting honors, but I was so close. So I don't know if you guys can see this clearly because my transcript is on my phone, okay? But here it is. It's just showing you guys my first grade. It's just showing you guys the B. Oh, it sucks. I don't think it's blur. It's very blurry. So that's a B right there. My first two classes, which was physical assessment and pathophysiology, I got a B in that class. And then fundamental, I got an A in it. I hope you guys can see it. I know it's really bad. Psychosocial aspect, I got A's in those classes. Med surg, my first med surg class, I got a B in it as well. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm just making this up. I really did get A's and B's, and I just wanted to prove that to you and show you guys. So how did I do it? I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna be really brutally honest with you. This is exactly what I did to get A's and B's in nursing school, okay? First off, let's start with your supporting system. What I mean by supporting system is, how are you financially supporting yourself? Are you still working? Are you living at home with your parents? Or are you married? Are you single? What are you doing? Are you who are you dependent on with nursing school? Because I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. It is hard to work full time and go to nursing school, because it's like you have to really dedicate yourself to in nursing school and really like give them your whole schedule, because they make your schedule for you. Your clinicals, your classes, it's not in your hands anymore. So for me, I was very fortunate, as grown as I am. I was still living with my parents, who actually supported me, but I actually had a great job. I was a CNA and I was a caregiver, so which means I was actually also working in resident houses. I was working at patient houses. I was doing night shift, and I would go to school during the daytime. Sometimes I would have a few hours of sleep, then I would go to work. I did not work full time in nursing school. I only worked, I would say, 24 hours maximum, but I did have a job and I was still working, okay? So that's the first thing I would say is, what is your support system? Because my support system was, I was still staying at my house with my parents. Who is supporting you? Because this is not something that's going to be easy for you to be working full time and then going to nursing school. But I'm not gonna lie, some people do it. Some people are very strong. There are some married couples that have done it. There's some people that will go to school full time and go to work full time. I don't know how they do it, but bless their heart, that is not me. I didn't do that part. So I was still living at my parents' home, okay? 2, I did not play about my education. I have already failed out, so I told myself, this is my chance, this is my only chance. So I was really strict on myself. So I will really, like, you know, I focus on studying. I focus on putting my time together on like what I need to do, how I need to do to study. So the second thing I would say is finding a place to study. Yes, finding a place to study. So I had my bedroom and my bed. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I fell asleep at least 50% of the time studying in my bed, and I woke up crying and I woke up at 2, 3 in the morning having to study. But I love my bed. It's where I did most of my studying from. So, and I also find the library. I actually chose to study at the library because when I see other people studying, hey, why not? It motivated me to continue studying. So I definitely use the library. And I use the library. I didn't really have much. I didn't really have a study group until like my third, fourth semester, I would say. That's when I got like a study group, and I didn't even get a big group. I was really someone that was, I studied by myself. I was by myself most of the time in the beginning of the program, so everything was like, oh God, it was just me and Jesus. I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. It seemed like more people in my cohort was already forming their groups, but I was a bubbly, lively person, so if I find someone to study with one time, I can. If I didn't, I did not. So I had few friends in there, but I'm not the type of person that's a group studier. I like to study on my own. It works for some people, but for me, I like to study on my own. I'm going to tell you guys my secret on how what made nursing school easy for me. I didn't tell anybody this during the entire nursing program, but I use Simple Nursing. Yes, that was my secret. I paid that $300 or $400 for 2 years, and to be honest, that was the best thing I've ever done to myself, because Simple Nursing made my studying, made my understanding of nursing and the subject so much more easier. I even used it to study for NCLEX. So that's what I did. Simple Nursing had notes. Simple Nursing had everything already broken down for me. So I would use that. What I would do is, okay, I'll be like, okay, what are we going to learn about in class today? I will look at the syllabus. Some teachers have syllabus, some teachers don't, but the ones that did have syllabus, I will look at the subject. Okay, today we're going to learn about the cardiovascular system, which is my favorite system, by the way. I love the heart. What I did was Simple Nursing. I will watch the video prior to class, sometimes if I have time, just to understand. And some of Simple Nursing videos, it's like 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so I will watch some of these videos, and then I will understand a little bit what the teacher is going to talk about. Then I will highlight, okay, what's important to know, what are good things to know. Some stuff like labs are very, very important to know. What are the labs for, the pathophysiology of each body system. Those are things that I really focus on. And then on top of that, the medication that goes with those body system. If you can know those 3 things, you will really be on top of the games. That's what I did. So I will watch, I'll watch Simple Nursing because he breaks it down a little bit for me. He breaks it down where it's easy for me to understand, and I don't have to read the entire med-surg book. Be patient with yourself. You cannot understand everything in nursing school. Even we as nurses right now, we don't know everything about the human body. Even doctors don't know everything about the human body. I'm so serious. There are some diagnoses that I have never even heard of in nursing school that I'm barely learning about as a nurse. So don't be too hard on yourself that I need to know everything, I need to read everything. You cannot know everything, but there's 3 important things that you have to really focus on. The pathophysiology of each body system that you are going to learn about. Also, the labs that goes with that body system, and lastly, the medication and their side effect and what is for. If you can know those each and every time, and to be safe, the safest thing in the nursing, and also being safe, and also the nursing process. What are you as a nurse need to do first before calling the doctor? What do you need to do first before doing the safety of being a nurse? So those things are very, very important to know. So when I study, I focus on those 5 things all the time, and that was what helped me, especially in med-surg. I was focusing on those 5 top things. Okay, research. Then after Simple Nursing, I also use NCLEX Prep questions. I use the NCLEX Prep Mastery question on the iPhone app. Every time I would go to the grocery store, when I'm with a family member, when I would go out to parties, when I would do something, I would be on my phone. I would be going over, I would do at least 5 to 10 questions a day based on each subject that I'm going to learn about each week. that helped me tremendously. It helped me so much to the point that there was some questions actually on those mastery that I found on my teachers exam. Similar, like literally, I was like, okay, whatever I'm doing is working. My first program, I was not like this. I was not organized. I used to be a procrastinator. I didn't I just wanted to finish nursing school just to be a nurse. I'm being brutally honest. Maybe I didn't take it as serious like I took my second program, because my second program, it was all like, this is a no failing zone for me. I am going all in. I don't care if I have to study day in and day night. But I didn't study 24/7. I gave myself a break. After every test, what I would do is I would study my butt off for every single exam, and after every test, I would treat myself. How I would treat myself is by going to the movies. I'm a loner, guys. I was a loner in nursing school. I didn't have no boyfriend, no nothing. So I was strictly focused. My resources was Simple Nursing, NCLEX Prep Mastery app, which I do questions. Every time I would go to parties, I would be on there, like learning, going over. Even if I didn't understand the subject, I would still go over questions and I would read the rationals, because that's what really helped me. After NCLEX Mastery, my third materials that I used was study guides, guys. Yes, I use study guides. I bought every study guide to every book that I had. Like I said, I was not playing. I was working, so I could afford a little bit of those books. You know, I was making about $600 every 2 weeks. That's not bad for a nursing student. That's money in my pocket. That's gas money, whatever. Yes, I bought every study guide book. I still kept this book, by the way. This is the only book I like. I don't like the big one. I bought every study guide book to every book that was important to know. I bought the study guide book for the peds. I bought study guide books for maternity. I bought my study guide book from fundamental. I had every study guide book, guys. And you will be surprised that some questions, some of your instructors' questions do come from some of the study guides that people don't really focus on. And I will read each and every rationale in the back of the book. I did not play with that. I read every single rationale back of the book. Okay, as you can see, I will write down I wrote all over the study guide. It really helped me. I wrote a lot in each and every one of those stuff. So it's really easy. I did not bombard myself with so much information, with so much book. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't read every single chapter but I did read some of the important systems. Like, I will always hear airway, breathing, circulation. Like, okay. So when it comes to respiratory system, I read the entire book. When it comes to the cardiovascular system, I read the entire book. Now, looking back as a nurse, the important system, the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, those two are very important. If you can read the entire chapter of those two systems, I would say go ahead and read it. I don't care if it's going to take you 3-4 days, because it took me a long time to read one chapter. I'm not going to lie to you. English is not my first language, so it didn't come to me just easy like that. Lastly, I had a tape recorder. I could not, literally, I don't even think I still have this. I could not survive nursing school without this, because you are going to need this, especially if you have a great teacher that knows how to teach well. Because when test comes, it's like you're on to the next subject. And sometimes you are in class, like I just finished studying for the cardiovascular system, and here you are talking about me, about GI. I'm still processing the information about the heart, and you want to talk to me about the stomach. Oh, I'm not going to listen. It's going to go out the other ear. Sometimes I'm going to class because I stayed up studying. I go to class, I'm exhausted, I'm tired. This is my lifesaver. I will use this to record. I use this to record sometimes I will even record myself. And when I'm driving, guys, that's what I'm telling you, I breathe, live, sleep nursing. When I'm driving, I will play this. I will play this in my car, and I will listen to it. Like, lastly, I print out my PowerPoint, my instructor's PowerPoint. If they teach based on PowerPoint, I will print that out and I will write my notes. As you can see, I didn't give myself too much. I didn't give myself too much stuff. Like some people, they will use the study guide, the book. They will use like 3 NCLEX books for questions. No. You're gonna make your head go crazy. You're gonna be like a balloon, because some books have different things in there. So relax. Minimize your resources to at least 4 to 5. No, at least 3 to 5. Do not go more than that. You don't want to be like, you don't want to be doing too much. That's how I studied nursing school. So I'm just going to briefly go over what I did again. I had a good supporting system. I had a place to live where now I wasn't working too much. I had a job that was so supportive. I love all my patients that I was taking care of at home as a CNA. While I'm taking care of them at night while they're sleeping, guess what? I have my book in my hand. I'm studying. How I passed NCLEX is another day. It's another subject I will talk about later. Okay, so that's how I survive. Those are my 5 resources. Those are my only resources that I use. I didn't use too many resources. Like I said, too many resources can just get your head just going crazy. So yes, that's what I did, and that's how I got A's and B's in nursing school. That's what I did. That's my little secret. I didn't tell anybody about simple nursing. I didn't tell anyone about Nclex Mastery, because I was by myself most of the time in nursing school. Only towards the end, I had a great friend of mine who was just so awesome. Shout out to Alejandra. You were just, I couldn't do nursing school without you. You was just the sweetest. So yeah, that's how I did nursing school, and it's doable. That's how I survived. My program was really strict. It was straightforward, so there was no joke. I didn't really procrastinate much, but I studied a lot. I did study a lot, and you can still have a life in nursing school. I don't know why people say, oh, nursing school, you don't have a life. You can still have a life. After every test, learn to praise yourself. Learn to do something good for yourself. Like go to the spa if you have to. Like watch a good movie. That's what I did. I watch my African movies that I be watching. Every time I do good in nursing school, I'll watch my African movies and stuff like that. So yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to Motives to Life, where motive is to stay up and never down. To all my nursing students, stay up, and I hope you use those 5 resources that I told you about, and I don't see how you won't get A's and B's. I will do another video to go in depth of how I actually study, what I did, what I actually studied, how I did it, because this was just a brief of how I survived, and that's how I survived. If you have any questions, concern, like, subscribe, comment down below. You can even email me. I do answer to all my emails. I am a nursing school. I'm a nursing student advocate. I advocate for them a lot, and I also I mentor some of them. I'm actually, most of the ones that I already mentored, they already graduated, which is awesome. Congrats to you guys. I'm very proud of you guys. Thank you guys for using me as a mentor. I didn't charge them for anything. I just gave them resources. But now this video is out, and this is what I'm telling the world. So you don't need to email or anything, because I'm telling you exactly what I did. Now, oh, I forgot one thing. We also had ATI. I hated ATI because that's how I filmed my first program. But with ATI, I didn't really watch so much of the videos. I just did practice questions on them, because their questions are dumb to me. I just use practice question. I wouldn't advise using ATI to study for NCLEX, but there were some good questions, I guess. But ATI is just meant to fail students, to be honest. So that's how I did it. Thank you guys for tuning in. And yes, I actually just came from work. This is what I had, word to work. And I decided to make this video because people are asking, okay, so you failed, how did you survive? Okay, what did you do? What did you change? And those are the things that I changed. I focused. I didn't really party. I didn't really have much friends. I was not dating nobody. It was just me, myself, and I was a loner. My mom was my supporting system. My mom would pray with me. I would pray every day. Every time I have a test, it's prayer time. I didn't play. I would pray. Yeah, and that's how I survived nursing school. It's just me, Jesus, my family, and Jesus again. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.